Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start with these video recordings, I want to recognize my colleague. I want to recognize Senator Amanda Shelton. I want to recognize my good Senator Joanne Brown. And as they come in to participate on this virtual meeting, then I will recognize them. First off, let me just say good morning to all of you. I want to recognize Major Manny Chong and the rest of you. So when we start this, the first thing before you get to speak, please recognize yourself and just give us a heads up on just what some of your duties and responsibilities with the police department or the Department of Commercial Port or even the Airport Authority. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and my esteemed colleague. And I thank all of you for joining me in thanking our police officers for their tireless service to protect our island and to make sure that our residents are safe. Our island's police force faces a manpower shortage and are required to work extra shift to ensure that we have the requisite amount of officers to patrol the streets. And I want to thank them for their sacrifices, and I would like them to the rest of the responders for their effort and the hard work throughout this pandemic. And this resolution, ladies and gentlemen, includes all of them, thanking all of our law enforcement officers. And this resolution is probably just a small token of what I want to say and thanking all our police officers and the sacrifices that they do. And I just want to say I appreciate all the efforts and services that they do. And ladies and gentlemen, I will read the resolution in its entirety and express the gratitude of our island's residents and with a grateful heart, thank our officers for their tireless service. Ladies and gentlemen, resolution number 189-36 LS, coming out from the Legislaturan Legislaturan Guam 2021 first regular session. And this resolution is being introduced by myself, Senator Pedo Terlaje, relative to recognizing the men and women of the Guam Police Department and Jose D. Leon Guerrero Commercial Port Authority Police and Antonio B. Wampan International Airport Authority Police and other local and federal law enforcement officers on the celebration of the 2021 Police Week during the week of October 8 to October 16, 2021, and commending them for their dedicated efforts to safeguard our island. Be resolved by the Committee on Rules and Implementation Legislaturan Guam, whereas in 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation which designated May 15 as National Police Officers Memorial Day and the week in which that day falls as Police Week. And law enforcement officers from around the world converged in Washington, D.C. to participate in several planned events which honor those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. The memorial service began in 1982 as a gathering in the Senate Park of approximately 120 survivors and supporters of law enforcement. And decades later, the event, more commonly known as National Police Week, has grown to be a series of events which attracts thousands of survivors and law enforcement officers each year. However, due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, National Police Week was postponed in May 2021 to October 8 to the 16th, 2021. Whereas our law enforcement officers build safer and more secure communities, and every single day they put their lives on the line to defend others, facing the threat of violence and dangers that may result in injury, disability, or death. And they've played an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedom of our community here in Guam. Over the past year, law enforcement agencies have had to face more obstacles with COVID-19 pandemic as they have assisted with government and public health officials in helping to contain the spread of the virus, serving the local community and maintaining public order and giving the person-to-person spread of COVID-19. Law enforcement are also at a heightened risk of exposure due to their close contact with members of the community. And whereas Guam observed National Police Officers Memorial Day in honor of our law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service of our community and have become disabled in the performance of duty, and it is fitting to pay tribute and to honor conservation officer, the following officers: Officer Francisco M. Izazaki, Department of Agriculture; Patrolman Francisco D. Taitagui, Guam Police Department; Patrolman Juan M. Santos from the Guam Police Department; Special Agent Larry D. Wallace from the Drug Enforcement Administration; Police Officer Francisco A. Regis from the Guam Police Department; Police Officer 3 Tomas M. Sablan from the Guam Police Department; Police Officer Reserve Officer Rudy C. Iglesias from the Guam Police Department; Police Reserve Helen K. Lizama from the Guam Police Department; Police Officer Juan Raymond S. Sanchez from the Guam Police; Police Officer Manuel Aquino from the Guam Police; Police Lieutenant Francisco C. Torres from the Guam Police Department; Correction Officer Douglas W. Masborn, Department of Correction; Police Officer 180 A. Santos from the Guam Police Department; Airman Larry Lucas from the United States Air Force; Sergeant Stacy E. Leve from the U.S. Air Force; Police Sergeant 1 Frankie E. Smith from the Guam Police Department; Police Sergeant 1 Stegfred D. Mortera from the Guam Police Department; Custom Officer Renee Tumanda, Guam Custom and Quarantine; and Correction Officer 2 Glenn T.F. Martinez from the Department of Correction. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, and hazards of Guam law enforcement officers, and that the officers of the Guam law enforcement agencies recognize their duty to serve the people of Guam with courage, integrity, and respect by safeguarding life and property, and protecting against violence and disorder, and protecting the innocents against deception, and the weak against oppression. And whereas the people of Guam and the nation observe and commemorate National Police Officers Memorial Day and Police Week, it is fitting and proper to honor all our law enforcement officers, past and present, for their dedication and service in safeguarding and protecting our community. Now and therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Iminet 86 na legislature in Guam does hereby, on behalf of the legislature in Guam and the people of Guam, recognize the men and women of the Guam Police Department, the Jose D. Leon Guerrero Commercial Port Authority Police, and Antonio B. Wampat International Airport Authority Police, and other local, and federal law enforcement officers on the celebration of the 2021 Police Week during the week of October 8 through October 16, 2021, and commend them for their dedicated efforts to safeguard our islands, and be further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairman of the Committee on Rules certify, and that the Legislative Secretary attests to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be therefore thereafter transmitted to Mr. Stephen C. Ignacio, Chief of Police, Guam Police Department, to Mrs. Doris Aguero, the Chief of Sadie Guerrero Commercial Port Authority Police, and Mr. Vicente M.C. Napati, Chief Antonio B. Wampan International Police Authority, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero Magaagang Guam. Let me further mention some of the people that are recipients of this recognition uh, for their there were six top awardees, and I would mention the name. The first one is Police Officer Ricky J. Camacho, Lieutenant Rodel Sevilla, uh, let me just go back. Ricky J. Camacho is the Officer of the Year Award, and Lieutenant Rodel Sevilla is the Manager of the Year Award. And going to I don't see the name here. Oh, going to the Special Operation Division, the Uni Citation of Excellence Award is given to the Special Operation Division. Mr. Silvino L. Iriba, Police Reserve of the Year Award. And Annalyn D.G. Akigami is the Supervisor of the Award. These are people that the six recipients for the award of this year. And at this point in time, before I allow any of the, maybe I'll get my colleagues to ask questions, and then we go on with the testimony of the rest that are the participants in this virtual hearing. So let me just start with Senator Amanda Shelton. Go ahead, Senator.
Seduce Masi, Senator Pedo, thank you very much, and happy Police Week to all of you. Thank you for being here today and for your service to the people of Guam, to the Guam Police Department, and to all our law enforcement officers. We are extremely thankful for the work that you do day in and day out to protect our island, to safeguard our island. And I wanted to especially recognize you today and celebrate you today for the work that you do with our young people in the community, such as Project U and the different clinics you hold throughout the school year, reaching out to our young people, being positive role models for them in our community and making a difference in their lives. So I want to thank you. I know that you put yourselves at risk and in danger to protect our community. And I want to also thank your families for allowing you to do the work that you do in service to our island. Siduas Masi, we continue to keep you all in our prayers for your safekeeping. And we look forward to many more good years of partnership with the police department. And you have our support from our side in the Guam legislature for all that you do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Amanda Shelton. Next in line, I want to call on our good Senator, Senator John Brown. Senator Brown, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity to just provide a few comments of recognition to all our officers out there. As we recognize and celebrate Police Week, I know they have a very exciting but also very challenging job. I know you, Mr. Chair, yourself, having been a former police officer, know the issues with regards to that. But in spite of all the challenges that are faced every year, it's always important to recognize the good work that is done in our community, and certainly those of you that are in law enforcement. I mean, our community really depends on the work that you do, and our families out there depend on the work that you do. And I know we're going through challenging times with this COVID pandemic, and that creates other circumstances, sometimes a little more unsettling that goes on as a result of that. And you're always the first people we call when we need help, when we need support in the community. And so we think it's also important to recognize all that you do. And I know everyone might think it's just an annual routine thing, but it's a good thing. And it's important that in spite of all the challenges and some of the hardships that our officers go through out there in our community, especially the things that they have to deal with and are confronted with, it does give us some sense of comfort that you're out there doing what you do to help protect our community and protect our families. And we just wanted to say thank you to all of you and recognize the good work that you do to better our community and help our community, especially through our own challenges. So congratulations to all of you, and please know that you're not forgotten. Even when the days are challenging, we still think of you, we still depend on you, and we just want to let you know that we appreciate all of you. So thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity to provide a few words of comment.
Thank you very much, Senator. Before I call on the awardees, let me call on the acting chief of police, Major Manny Chong. Sir, go ahead.
Sir, I'm not the acting chief. I'm just the acting police commander, sir. Just want to put that on record. It's great that everybody gives speeches, but I want to try to do something different. I would like to read an original poem that I authored that gives an idea of the reality of police work. I've never seen this done before, so I'm going to be the first one to do it. The poem is called "The Joy of Being a Police Officer." Sometimes being a police officer can be a thankless job. People hate cops until they get robbed. We work odd hours. We are still owed some pay. We can't go to family functions because we work all the holidays. All we see at work are the bad things in life, the pain and suffering, the stress and the strife. A man rapes a child, a lady steals some cash, criminals victimize your village, drug dealers sell their stash. Drunk drivers, spouse abusers, burglars galore. We arrest some people several times, but they still come back for more. I've been hit by a car. I've been jumped by a gang. I've been threatened by a drug dealer. I've had my bell rang. Why do I do it? The stress seems too much. It doesn't seem worth it. A job most people won't touch. I do it for my family. I do it because it needs to be done. Society needs to be protected by the officer, his badge, and his gun. Where's the joy, you ask? It doesn't make any sense. The joy is in the task. The feeling of accomplishment is immense. So again, I'd like to thank all the officers that are, or everybody in this meeting. We are honoring our officers that have passed. We are honoring the officers that are continuing to serve. I'd like to thank the community out there, especially the legislature, for showing their support for the Guam Police Department. And I believe my wife is on the Zoom meeting. I'd like to thank you, honey, for your support. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Major. And now we'll go to the awardees. And let me start out with Lieutenant Rodel Sevilla. Mr. Sevilla, do you have anything to say, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you for hosting this Zoom meeting, Senator Pedo. Despite the pandemic, I am glad that we are still able to recognize the hardworking men and women of the Guam Police Department for their continued commitment and dedication, even through this pandemic. More importantly, we'd like to recognize the fallen men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice, who died in the line of duty for Guam Police Department, as well as the other various law enforcement agencies. So thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Sevilla. Thank you. You are the manager of the year. Thank you very much. Good job. Let me just go backtrack here just a little bit more, and let me call on Mr. Paul Sayama to give us a few words of wisdom. Thank you, Paul.
Good morning, Senator, and all other distinguished guests, as well as the different law enforcement entities that are there as well. Thank you for your support in this 2021 Police Week recognition of our officers, civilian employees, as well as the fallen who have made that ultimate sacrifice. And thank you again for supporting GPD as a whole, to include all the other law enforcement entities in providing the things that we need to do our job. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. Let me go to Susan Regis. Do you have anything to impart to us, Susan? Susan, you're on. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, she's back.
Good morning, honorable members of the 36th Guam Legislature. My name is Susan Regis, and I'm the Secretary for the Chief of Police. I just want to wish all our recipients of awards for this 2021 Police Week good wishes and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susan. Thank you. Let me go to PO1 Ricky Camacho. Rick, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, Senator. Good morning, distinguished guests. I want to thank everyone for the opportunity. I was nominated for Police Officer of the Year, and I'm grateful to be part of the Guam Police Department. I want to congratulate all the awardees also, and prayers going out to the families of the fallen. That's it. Thank you.
Ricky, thank you very much, sir. Next in line, I would like to maybe call on Anne Marie to say a few words to us. Go ahead, Anne Marie.
Hi, morning, everybody. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I wish everyone could get an award like this. We all work so hard, civilian and law enforcement. But I do want to thank everyone who read through and selected me, and hope for the best for everyone down the line, and hope that we continue to grow and continue to benefit to the community at large, and that we're all safe out there. Thank you.
Anne-Marie, thank you very much. Next in line, we'll go to Annalyn Akigami.
Hi.
Annalyn,
Good morning,
go ahead, ma'am.
everybody. Hi, thank you so much, Senator Pedo. I do want to thank, although for me, it was completely unexpected, and I do thank the writer of my write-up for this. And like what Ms. Anne-Marie said, I do want to appreciate every single buddy that's in the division, in the department, that do their job every single day. They decide to come in and to do their job, and towards working for the community and just meeting that goal. So thank you, everybody that's in uniform, non-uniform. I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Annalyn, thank you very much. Next in line, we'll go to Mr. Vaughn Uribe. Vaughn, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, Senator. Good morning, everybody. I just want to say that I'm humbled to even have been selected, and I just want to thank everyone that put their faith in me and in us. And I wish that everybody, all the CBPRs, all the civilians, and all the officers could get the top awards, but unfortunately, we can't give everybody that. But I just want to thank everybody and let everybody know that you're in our prayers, and hopefully we're in yours. And thank you.
Vaughn, thank you very much. You've been selected as the Police Reserve of the Year. Thank you for that. That's
Thank you.
Very special award. Let me go to my friend, my good friend Stephen Amiguin. Go ahead, sir.
That was good morning, half a day, everyone. I was unexpected. I wasn't prepared to say anything, but I just want to say thank you for this opportunity for the Guam legislature, along with the governor, for giving us this time, even though that it was a postponement of the celebration of Police Week. We have to follow the National Police Week Committee back in the States. And yes, we did come up with this final product as far as recognizing our fellow employees, the uniform officers and civilian officers. I want to thank the supervisors who took the time to actually recognize the employees who have won the prestigious awards during this Police Week. And I just want to say thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for the support from the Guam legislature, from the governor's office, and for the public to continue to bestow the trust on us. And I also just want to say, agree to what Major Chong has stated. This is a thankless job, but only the dedicated officers, dedicated employees are the one that stays back and actually are willing to serve our people through thick and thin. No matter what it takes, no matter how much they get paid, people that you see in this police department are the truly dedicated and loyal employees of the Guam Police Department and our civilian employees. These are the people, these are our public servants that really want to serve our island, no matter how much they get paid. Their hearts is with the Guam Police Department, and their hearts is to pretty much to serve and protect our community. And again, I thank you for all your support, and hopefully that we will continue to our effort to have Guam Police Department become the premier law enforcement agency of this island that comes with pay and equipment. And hopefully one day, I know it's not gonna happen during my tenure with the Guam Police Department, that we will be able to see our own home, the Guam Police Headquarters. And hopefully it's during the time that I'm still alive in this island, in this world, that I'll be able to see that come into fruition. And that is my dream, and hopefully it will come true. And I say thank you, everyone. Thank you for all your support. And thank you for all my colleagues, for all the dedication that you have, the loyalty. And one more thing, I want to thank the family, because without the family, our guys will not be able to perform their job. I always tell the guys, especially our POTs, that you know what makes our officers, our employee, a better employee of this department, of this government, is the support from their family and also from the guidance of our Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you all, and thank you for all your support.
Stephen, thank you very much for your service. And I want to thank everyone. And I just want to leave this. I just wanted to say one last thing about some of the things that I'm doing for to help out the police department, and that is the early retirement for the police department. The bill went through already. All the senators voted to send the money over to retirement to make the study for early retirement for the police. And I leave this, and hopefully we can that particular bill to the retirement and make the research. Maybe we can just go ahead and benefit. The police department will benefit. And thank you for your service. So, is there anything else that anybody wants to speak out in regards to this wonderful awards, the Police Week? Is there anybody else that want to give us the word of wisdom and as far as what the police department is doing? And I just want to say that I appreciate Manny Chong and Stephen. Thank you very much for the good work that you guys are doing. Is there anybody else that want to speak on this on the behalf of the police department? So I guess this ends our virtual testimonies, and don't forget at 2:30 the governor is coming out with I guess a resolution to for another presentation of award to all law enforcement officers. And I want to thank you all for your participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.